Welcome back, students. Yesterday we have started with the business correspondence, okay, where we have discussed what is business correspondence and also we have seen job application letter. Today we would be focusing on different types of business correspondence, and today we would be focusing on the distinction between sales letter and the claim letter, okay. So basically we have sales letter, then we have claim or complaint letter, and then we also have adjustment letter, okay. So today we would be focusing on what is sales letter. Basically when you want to write a sales letter, you will have to create such opening so that the customer will buy your product, okay. So basic objective of sales letter is to arrest attention through an attractive opening, okay. For example, if you are conducting a particular seminar, okay, if you are conducting a workshop on stress-free environment or how can you maintain your emotional balance in day-to-day life, so your first line should be like this: ki, are you physically fit? Okay, you may be, but are you emotionally stable? Okay, so maintaining your physical fitness is another thing, and maintaining your emotional fitness is something very important, okay. So mental peace and emotional peace, when you want to start with this, so you can start like this, okay, so that you can get the attention, okay. So you can arrest the attention through this type of attractive opening, okay. So here we have taken one example, one specimen of how to write a sales letter, okay. So basically when we have seen the layout of business correspondence, you will have to follow that layout only, where at the first you can mention the company's name, write name here, then you can also, if you are particular employee or the manager, so you can mention designation, then address, and then contact details, okay. And then you can mention to whom the message is conveyed. Here you can put up the name of that organization, okay. So dear, and then you can write name here, okay. So to whom this message is conveyed, you can mention here. So like this, you can mention date here. So these are the formats you should be following while writing a business letter, and at last there should be a complimentary clause, okay, and that is like yours sincerely, okay. So these are the format you should follow, but you need to focus on body, okay, and what are the different aspects that should be covered while writing or while framing the sales letter is very important, okay. So particularly in a sales letter, you would be focusing on how can you arrest the attention through an attractive opening and then arouse interest in your product, okay. Then second, you can present reader like what are the benefits if that particular product is what are the benefits to the customer, okay. So that should be included, and also how are you going to deliver this product, that should be also included in it, because when you have a product, okay, and when you have a quality brand, it needs to be presented in a very good way, and there should be availability and there should be a fast delivery as well, because nowadays nobody will wait for your product, they want at their doorsteps. So availability should be also focused. Then, and very important element, induce him to take action, okay. How can you convince him to take an action is very important, okay. So first paragraph should be attractive so that customer will buy it, okay, and you should be creating interest in the customer mind, okay. Then second paragraph, that how are you going to make it available, okay, how that if you buy this product, it is easy to buy and it will be available to you. And then induce him to take an action, okay. So by producing such a statement, if you will buy here only, okay, and if you will buy as soon as possible, you will be you will be getting discounts, okay, such, and the concluding paragraph should be like this, ki they should take immediate action as such, okay. So here you will be focusing on all these parameters, and see the opening paragraph is like this: your hunt for an icon to change the face of your company is over, okay. So this is something that you are promising, but this is a loyal promise. You shouldn't be making any false promises. You shouldn't be exaggerating too much. You shouldn't be saying ki, okay, if you won't buy this, you will be regretting in your life, okay. So these overstatement, if you are doing it, no, so customer will be skeptic about it and they won't buy your product. So it shouldn't be like this, you are just making false promises, but it should be it should be logical. So what you can mention like this: your hunt for an icon to change the face of your company is over. A logo might look simple, but it has the power to make or break your brand, okay. So it has a power to make or break your brand, okay. So in a way you are telling them to buy this product because it will make your brand so attractive ki people will get attracted towards your company especially, okay. So these are the things you should be mentioning in the first paragraph. Then second paragraph, as I said, how are you going to make it available? How are you presenting yourself ki our company is best, our employee is punctual, and they will make it you available within your doorstep and within your time limit, and you shouldn't be regretting so this is something you should be focused. So you just need to send and snapshots of logos that you like and the colors of your choice. It takes only 24 hours to get back to you with a set of 5 preliminary logo options, okay. So we will make you available 5 preliminary logo options, then you can choose as per your color choice, and once you choose it, you need to just put that order, okay, in front of us, and we will make it available soon, okay, within 24 hours. So quick delivery, and you are promising it, and that's why the customer will buy it. So to get back to you with the 5 set of preliminary logo options, and if you don't like it, we will revise it for you at no extra cost, okay. So even if you don't like it, we will revise it, okay, without paying any amount, okay. So this is something that you are promising, and this is something that the customer will be surprised and will be you are in a way authenticating it ki yes, this is something our unique point ki we will make it you available within 24 hours, and if you don't like it, we will revise it for you, okay. Then if you don't like it, who gets, see, then after all, who gets the chance to bring about a revolution to their brand at such marginal cost? See, this is a rhetoric question you are using. If you, after all, who gets the chance to bring about a revolution to their brand at such a marginal cost? Because after paying such a low amount, if you are creating a new history within your company, if you are presenting yourself as a good brand, so why are you making it delay? You just go and you just buy it. So this is something you can just frame any rhetoric question, okay, so that the customer will take a necessary action, okay. And the last concluding paragraph should be as such ki he should be persuaded to take an action, okay. He should be convinced to take an action. And see, as you can see, that be among the first few to send a logo request. We have some special discounts for first 10 logo requirements, okay. So by putting this sentence, you are just making them convinced to buy as early as possible. because first 10 delivery you will be getting discounts. So if by reading 2 paragraphs, if the customer is convinced that this is the logo that I should buy, and by putting this concluding paragraph, he can take a necessary action. Okay, so these are the techniques and these are the paragraphs you should be following while framing a sales letter. Sales letter is nothing but how you are selling your product. So it has a salesman quality, how you are presenting yourself, and it is also a form of communication, how you are going to convince the people through the written communication. This is the best example of this. Okay, so these are the techniques you should be following while writing a sales letter. Okay, so as you have understood these are the objectives of sales letter, you should be giving them hints to buy your product, you should be creating interest in their mind to buy your product, then you should be arousing interest in your product, then you should be something present a reader benefit information as well, what are the benefits if you will buy our product. Okay, then also you are in a way inducing him to take a necessary action, so you are persuading and you are convincing him to take a necessary action by putting a discount offer. Okay, and then close with all clincher sentences. Okay, so these are the things. Now we'll see after sales letter we will see claim letter. Okay, so sales letter, particularly you are selling a product, but what if you have already you have already taken an action, okay, and you have already demanding some product, okay, and the product has some faults, okay, and the product is wrong, something wrong has happened, and now you want to change it, or now you want to replace it. As I mentioned that every company, when they write a sales letter, they mention one line if you don't like it, you can replace it, we will revise it. Okay, so the next letter would be a claim letter. Claim letter, you can also say complaint letter. Okay, you must have written it, but what are the different parameters while writing a claim letter, while writing a complaint letter? We have taken one specimen here as well, and you should be following like this. This is very simple claim letter. Okay, in examination also you can write like this. Any topic would be given to you, and you need to write a complaint letter. Okay, here we have Sudhir Kulkarni, Wardha, and he is sending a complaint letter to DC Books, Nagpur. Okay, so you need to write your address, and you can mention like this. Then you can mention the address of the person to whom the letter is carried forward. Okay, and then salutation mark, dear sir, and then comes a body. Okay, so this is the simplest complaint letter we have taken. But before giving attention towards a claim letter, I will tell you what are the aspects you should be focusing when you want to write a claim letter. So claim letter, when you write a claim letter, you should be writing what are the things that had gone wrong with that product. Okay, and you shouldn't be just writing in a commanding tone. You shouldn't be writing this is worst product, I didn't like it, and you should be replacing it otherwise. Like this shouldn't be included in your complaint letter. Complaint letter is something at first you should be appreciating it. Okay, your company is loyal. Every time you provide a good service to your customer, but this is first time. I don't know why you are making it delayed or something went wrong. Okay, and then you can start. First you need to appreciate their efforts, and then you can start with the whatever wrong that has happened. Okay, because man is the statue of mistakes. Even organizations are same, okay, but if they are rectifying their mistake, why are you making it commanding tone? So you should be writing very politely that this has happened and you should be replacing it. And if you get a necessary reply, you need not to be in a panic mood, okay. So this is something. Then appeal to the company's sense of fair play, to its reputation, to motivate the and promote the action, and specify clearly what adjustment you would consider fair. Okay, so you can specify what has happened wrong and you should adjust it within a time. And then address to the letter to the senior officer, to the organization. Okay, so you can mention any the senior officer here as well. And then like this you should be writing a body. Okay, so dear sir, here we are talking about a particular book, okay, and there is something went wrong, and now he is pointing out, please send me another copy of How to Communicate Under Pressure. So this book he has already been taken, okay, and now he wants to replace it. So please send me another copy of How to Communicate Under Pressure, to replace the one written here with this is a latest edition, okay. So here we have already attached it, okay. So whatever the replacement is there, you need to rectify it, okay. So please send me another copy of this book to replace the one written here with this is the latest edition, but this copy has 4 pages from 60 to 64 pages wrongly sequenced, which is confusing and annoying, okay. So 4 pages are wrongly sequenced, and this is because of that it has become confusing and annoying for the customer, and that's why he is writing it. And then you can mention like this, the enclosed recipient was packed with the book. When it was sent to me, I shall appreciate an early replacement. Okay, so this is so polite way to carry your whatever replacement is there. So you can convey it in a humble way, polite way. It shouldn't be commanding, but you are requesting to replace it. Okay, so these are the things you should be following while writing a complaint letter. Okay, you must have written it, but you will have to focus on what are the elements you should be covering while writing a complaint letter. Okay, so today we have seen what is sales letter, what are the different elements you need to follow while writing a sales letter, and then after sales letter we have seen what is claim letter, and it is also called complaint letter. So we are also writing any complaint letter, but it should be a very proper and in appropriate language, because this is a formal way of communication, and you should be following these parameters, okay, as layout. And then when you write a body of this letter, so you should be making it so humble and formal, okay. So it shouldn't be a commanding. In next session we would start another types of business correspondence. Meanwhile, please watch it, okay, and if you have any difficulties you can contact with me, okay.